to another video. Today we're listening to Nonagon Infinity by King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, and I'm very excited to get into this record. I haven't listened to any King Gizzard to my recollection. Maybe I heard it on a radio or someone was playing that song, but like I have no idea what I'm about to get into, really. Like, I'm not even quite sure I know exactly what genre. Like, I feel like I know the type of people that listen to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. I don't know why I feel like I know that, but I feel like I do. But I have no idea like what their music actually sounds like, especially like this particular album that I was requested to react to. But I am very excited to get into it and really just, dip my toes into what this artist has to offer. Thank you for requesting this video, and anyway, let's get into it. Track number 1 is Robot Stop. Oh, this definitely has some rock to it. Ooh, those guitars are sick. Robot Stop. This production's so like exhilarating, but I definitely don't know what they're saying. Shit up. It's just the same, I know. Ooh, this electric guitar, it's soloing and it's doing great. They're not saying anything here, but like I feel like the music just speaks for itself. Ooh, I just like the crackle. I don't even know how to describe that. When Can My Body Work? Oh, that's the next song. So that was a Robot Stop, and I think I've actually maybe slightly heard this song, maybe on a radio or from someone playing it. I think this is a song that sounds like semi-familiar to me, but like I did enjoy it. I really enjoyed it. Like it's got that good like rock. Like I can tell, I guess we're gonna get into a pretty rock type of album, and like I'm really excited about that. Like I need some catharsis today, and I'm really excited that King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard are going to be helping out with that. What I also just found out by looking up like lyrics is that apparently this album is a never-ending album. Like it's called Nonagon Infinity because there's 9 songs, and like it can be played on an infinite loop. I don't know if you can play it like on shuffle and that works like that, but like as you saw, Robot Stop went immediately into Big Fig Wasp, and like it allows you to like kind of just like go through the project, and like the last song will loop back to the first, and you can just play it over and over, which is a really cool concept and really impressive that they're pulling that off. I'm excited to see exactly how well they pull it off. But yeah, like it's a cool project. Lyrically, the song is a lot about like them touring and how like they feel overworked and like they're relentlessly touring, but they're like, let the weirdos in, and like Nonagon Infinity opens the door. Like they're letting us all in, inviting us into their world, and also thinking about like the difference between like them and a robot. And I think that's really interesting. Like it's a cool like idea to toy with, but like I think the Sonics really take center stage here, and I really enjoy them, and I can definitely see myself listening to the song regularly. Track number 2 is Big Fig Wasp. Yep, picking up right where we left off on Robot Stop. I like this guitar riffs that's coming in, it's fun. They definitely deliver their lyrics in similar ways, and it's hard to decipher. Ooh, we're going down the scale, cool. Insects grow? Ooh. Oh, that was sudden. In my throat? What? My body's overworked? Oh, this is from Robot Stop. The difference is robot influence. Oh, Nonagon Infinity opens the door. Oh, And just like that, we're in track 3. So that was Big Fig Wasp. Interesting. Like, sonically, I enjoyed it. Like, it definitely had very similar production to Robot Stop for me, at least from what I can discern. Like, I'm not, like, big into rock. I mean, I want to be, but I haven't really gotten into it yet. And so, like, I was like, oh, like, cool sonicness. Like, still, the sonics are really cool. And, like, lyrically, the song is about wasps. And basically, fig wasps, like, they eat, like, figs and stuff like that. And, like, sometimes larvae will be laid inside these figs. And so, I guess that's how there ends up being a hornet in your throat. Yikes. But what I thought was really cool in particular was, you know, hearing the Robot Stop chorus, as well as the Nonagon Infinity opens the door. Like, it sounds like that's going to be repeated in most of the songs probably on this record, and I just think that's really cool, like, this Nonagon Infinity as a concept. Like, I think that's, like, a really cool idea. Like, I think the Big Fig Wasp being, like, the theme of a song, like, go off. Like, I didn't expect a song about fig wasps to be, like, this entertaining and this, like, exciting and this, like, cathartic, but, like, I will definitely take it, and I think it's definitely a very unique, like, type of track, especially, like, in its lyrical messaging. Track number 3 is Gamma Knife. Ooh, I like this, like, production here. It's cool. I feel like I'm, like, creating infinity with my head bobs. Gamma Knife, the title of the song. Now it's like pushing me this like forward. Knife. I think this has a weird time signature. I know the first song was in Zone 4. Oh, got to more minimal. Ooh, I like those drums. I didn't realize they were gonna go into a drum solo there. Oh, this part would be killer live. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoa! Gamma Knife. So that was Gamma Knife, and wow, that was really cool. Like, I'm still thinking about that drum solo there. Like, I found out that's an 11/8. Wow. Just, like, kudos on, like, doing something in that. Like, no one really does that normally, and so I'm just impressed on that alone. Like, the song sounds really good as well. I am, and might be because just that the concept of the album is that this could feel like an infinite song or an infinite album. Like, I am feeling like similar sonic identities throughout like each of the songs, and I don't like distinguish between them that easily. That just might be me being unfamiliar with the genre, but I think it's also because they're trying to be very consistent in a way that like allows for the album to pass through pretty easily. And so, like, I mean, I still enjoyed the production, like, not gonna dislike it by any means. But I think this time I had to look more at the lyrics. And so the lyrics are about this gamma knife, which apparently is used for, like, cancer treatment sometimes, like, for, like, tumors in the brain. They're small or medium, like, using, like, radiation. I don't really know exactly how it works, but I think that's where the gamma knife comes from. Like, the song seems like it's also about trying to find like a fountain of youth or some like sense of immortality or just becoming young again. And like, yeah, I think that's like a cool message. I am a little perplexed. Like, I think King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, they write in very interesting ways, and I think that's really cool. I like the way that they write, but it definitely has me thinking like, oh, like, I don't always know what's going on. And I think the way that the production is, it's kind of hard to like decipher all the lyrics on a first listen. Like, it's kind of like fades into like the rock. Like, they are not a strong vocalists in the sense of that they belt out a lot. Like they are not projecting as much as like, you know, their guitars are or their drums are. And while I love the good guitar and drums, it does make it harder to understand any lyrics. But I think also some of these lyrics, it's like, yes, like they're important. Like there's a reason why these lyrics were written. But at the same time, it's like you also kind of want to thrash a little bit, like want to just like jam out. And you might not be that like focused about like what they're saying, as long as they're keeping it to this really cool groove. Track number 4 is People-Vultures. Ooh, this feels actually more distinct than the past 3. Oh, they're leaving us in suspense. Do 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 do. I like that. Oh, here we are back in this groove. Oh, I like how they shout. Like they've done it before, but I like how they do it. Beating on my skin. I think that's in reference to the vultures. Escaping from their cage. I feel like this guitar riff right now like feels like it mimics like the vocals that were done. Disappearing. What else am I going to freaking do? Is that what they said? Oh, that's something really cool. I have no idea what that is, but I liked it. People-Vultures crowding at my door. More and more, but then it just stops. Okay. Ooh, it's speeding up, getting production as it goes along. I like that. Ooh, that's a good lead-in. So that was People-Vultures, and that was a interesting song. I liked that there was like some variance. Like I could definitely remember distinct moments in the sonic like palette of this song, like going from the slower parts, the more minimalist parts. Like there was definitely a lot more play with that, and I really appreciated that. It like definitely gave it like, you know, more dynamic. It gave it more like difference in emotions. Like I really appreciate that. So like thank you, King Gizzard and Lizard, for like kind of like pushing me into something new. Like I liked it. Lyrically, the song is about like opportunistic people, the People-Vultures, like who, you know, leech off of people, are parasitic of others, like things like that. And like how like I think God will condemn them in the end. Like there's the final hearing stuff, so that's probably like the last judgment kind of thing. And so like it's a very interesting song lyrically. There's a lot going on in it as well. Like apparently the line, I thought it was, what else do I have left to do now, or something like that, or left to freaking do now, or something like that. But it's left to spew down, and it's about like Han Tiumi. I don't know how to pronounce that, but like some mythical figure who had an obsession with vomit. And I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna butcher that if I keep talking about it. So I'll let you do the research on your end. But it definitely is a very interesting song. Like they make songs that like I didn't think I was gonna hear like ever. So like I'm hearing them now, and I think I gotta keep processing. Track number 5 is Mr. Beat. Ooh, starting off with some more mellow vibes. Ooh, yeah, this kind of has like a chill, laid back feel. Their vocals are just kind of like haunting in how they're done. Like, not like scary, but like just phantoms. Like they're not fully there, if that makes sense. Only Mr. Beat? Oh, they got us singing a little differently here. A little sweeter. What's up, Mr. Beat? Dang, this song is repetitive, but it's groovy as heck. Okay, we're going up a certain cool scale. Like, I vibe with it. Oh, like it's quieter vocals of the What's Up, Mr. Beat thing. Yeah, I like this little guitar outro with the drums and the quiet vocals. It's a good vibe. Oh, there's some distortion coming in here. Okay, cool. Oh, that's a cool thing to end on. So that was Mr. B, and that was a cool song, like kind of slick. Like it was cool. Like I think I vibed with it sonically. Like it's stuck in my head to no end now. Yeah, oh, that's gonna be stuck in my head. Like it's again in 7/4, except for apparently, like every so often they add the beat back in, like to make it like an 8/4. And so sometimes it says it was 13/4. I don't really see how that math works. Maybe they meant to say 15/4. I don't know. Regardless, it's in some weird time signature, and that's like kind of like the point of the song. It's once I Mr. Beat, I only miss a beat, like something like that. And yeah, like it's a cool song in that way too. Like lyrically, they also have some references to other stuff. Like I think the gamma knife comes back with like something in reference to the head. Like it's a cool song. Like I think it's really interesting how they play on these really interesting time signatures. Like there's not that many artists that really do that all that much, and so I do find that very impressive of them to just go out and just do it if they want to. And like apparently the song is going to be like the slower song on the album, that like the rest of this album is going to be faster. So while I do appreciate like this break in terms of sonic identity, like it seems like we are going to be returning to something that we are a little more familiar with. Track number 6 is Evil Death Roll. This one's 7 minutes, so we're bracing ourselves. Welcome back to, electric time. This definitely sounds a lot like Robot Stop and basically the first 3 songs. Evil Death Roll. Oh, I like how they, sing that. Evil Death Roll. Again, like, that's the only thing that I'm catching in terms of lyrics, but it's a vibe. Whoa! Again, I love their shouts. They're cool. I'm just constantly impressed with like how fast they can keep the drums going and sound like really good. Ooh, I don't know how they're doing that noise, but it's cool and distinct. Ooh, wow, like wow. Oh, sounds like a bird tweeting. Okay. Nonagon Infinity opens the door again. Wait for the answer to open the door. Oh, wow. You got pretty minimal and cool like that. Okay, they're doing this as a recurring pattern. There's some drum beats coming in here. The bass drum feels like stronger than the snare drum right now though, which is distinct. Okay, we're back into the thick of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Evil Death Roll. Oh, that was a really good transition too. So that was Evil Death Roll, and wow, that was a 7-minute song. It was that long, and like sonically it was cool. It seems like it was taking a lot of elements that like kind of make this almost like a centerpiece for the album. Like you get the Nonagon Infinity opens the door part, and apparently the door opens the apocalypse, which yikes. But apparently the song is about crocodiles and how they do this thing called the death roll where they chop up their prey into small pieces. Like, but this is like if the crocodile just started, using the death roll like to, chop up things for no other reason like than just malicious intent rather than like actually just trying to eat. And so that's so niche. I mean, a lot of these songs kind of like have nicheness to them. But like This song was really interesting in that apparently some lyrics in it, not that I could really understand them on the listen, but apparently some of them are going to be in our next song, Invisible Face. There's some sonic components that are from other parts of the record, like I think Mr. Beat has something relevant here. Road Train has something relevant here coming soon. And so like it's very interesting that like, you know, they're making this album very consistent. And I think that's really cool. Like it makes it like, oh, this feels like a very similar experience. And I don't know if I was, you know, ready and prepared to do a 41-minute song. And even though like obviously there are different tracks on this album, like it also very much makes you feel like you are listening to a very similar song like playing. I think is the intention. Like it's just like I don't know how prepared I was to have that intention be received. Track number 7 is Invisible Face. Ooh, I like this riff right here. It's fun. Oh wait, this is like the similar lines that were in Evil Death Roll. Invisible Face. The universe is a machine. Ooh. Oh, got minimal, and now we got a little driving beat coming in. Okay, it's kind of building a little bit over time. Okay. Oh, this is getting all kind of kooky. Oh, this is the same lyrics as before, but like in different production. That's kind of cool too. Oh, dang, and now we're into Wawa. So that was Invisible Face, and that was interesting. Like, sonically, like, it was cool. Like, I like how they repeated, like, lines, but in very different ways. Like, how, like, the ending way of doing it was not the same as the beginning. Like, I like that there was a distinction. I think it made it sound, like, really cool and, like, really fresh in, you know, sort of way. Lyrically, I also think it's interesting, like, it's the universe is a machine and that it's awoken from its dream. So the universe is a machine is more like, oh, like all that we do within the universe, like it has like consequences. And the awoken from a dream is probably like the signaling of the apocalypse. And so that's interesting. And like also, I think the invisible face and just like all that is like a god. I think that's what we're talking about. Maybe the Hansumi from earlier. Like I don't really know, but like that's what it seems like if you're trying to connect dots. Like I'm not into the lore of the King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard that much, so I don't really know everything that's going on, much of anything that's going on. And so like if you have insight, please let me know because I'm curious. Because like I think I'm trying to get a hold of it, but like it is a little late at night for me and I just don't know that much. Like, so yes, I appreciate all help. Track number 8 is Wah Wah. Wah 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 Wah. You ever just listen to music for too long and it all just sounds like wah 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 wah? The earth is moving. Oh, what is going on? Wah, 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 wah. I like this wah wah. I don't know why. Make me cry? Honestly, my favorite part of the song is definitely the wah wahs. Oh, they're doing this thing again. But I think this is gonna transition to our last track. Yeah, it did. So that was Wah Wah, and like sonically, very distinct track. Like when you make your hook wah wah wah, like, and so on and so forth, like that's a very distinct hook. Like, yeah, very much so. And also, like, yeah, I thought that part that goes right before the hook happens, like each time it gets repeated, like was very distinct. Like definitely not like I guess the most pleasant sounding, palatable feeling that one could get, but like it's still there and it was a vibe. Like I enjoyed it. Like it was a cool track. Like lyrically, it also was interesting because while Invisible Face is talking, I guess, about a god, like Wawa is very much like about like a devil or a demon, and like it describes the demon, like it shows the denizens of the underworld, and like it's about making them cry, which is why all the wah wahs are there in the first place. But it's also because they're using a lot of wah guitar, which I don't know what that means, but like, they're going in between like, this narrative, like this deep narrative that I definitely don't understand. And like these references to music, which some of which I understand. Like the time signatures I kind of got, but like otherwise, ooh, I don't think I got like microtonal instruments, don't know what those are. Like wah guitar, don't really know much about guitars. And so like yeah, it's a cool song. I think I would appreciate it more and the rest of this album like if I had more knowledge on these subjects that they are either discussing or the instruments that they are playing. Track number 9, last track on this album, if there is an end to this album, is Road Train. Oh, I feel like we're taking a train now. For no use of actual train effects, just like Happy from Mitski, like, it does the trick. This sounds awfully like a train. Wait, am I sure that this is not a sample? No, I don't think it is. But this guitar, ooh, this is gonna be cathartic. What? Oh, they're building. Here comes the guillotine? Is that what they said? Oh, it's getting very minimal right now. Oh, they're saying Nonagon Infinity just real slow. Oh, they're speeding it up. Oh my god, this sounds like how we started. I queued Robot Stop so that I'll see how well it loops. I'm sure that would have been better if Spotify didn't glitch there. So that was Road Train, and wow, that's a way to conclude our listening experience for the night. Wow, like, yeah, there's some cool stuff going on there. Like, the part that's really stuck in my head is the repetition of Nonagon Infinity at the end. Like, oh, that gets you ready to get back into the beginning. And so, like, that's really cool. Like, yeah, honestly, that's where I'm most struck. I mean, there's definitely like a lot of cool things. It's a really freaking fast song. Like apparently they have trouble playing it live because it's like 260 some BPM, which is insane. Why are you doing that to yourself? Like that sounds horrible as a percussionist to do. But like the fact that you can do that, like I'm deeply impressed that you could even get it like once. So good job on that. Like yeah, I thought the song was really cool. Definitely a bold way to end. And lyrically, it also does some really cool stuff. Like it kind of continues with the wah wah theme of like the devil, and it's the devil on a road train, which is like a semi or something like that. I think that's what it is. It's basically just like this big giant like semi, but I think it's more like longer than a semi that I think of. Like I think of a semi as like, one trailer, but I guess these road trains have a lot of trailers attached. So that seems like an accident waiting to happen. But like it's cool. Like and the devil's riding that, so it's like kind of connecting this like, this spiritual religious like ties with like the real world. and like, you know, modern day, and like I guess this devil is bringing the Nonagon Infinity, this apocalypse, and so like he's speeding up, and like apparently the song also speeds up like as they say that. So like that's also really cool. I do like a lot of their like ways of connecting between what they say and how they make it musically work. Like I think that is super impressive. Like the Mr. Beat stuff, like this speeding up part, just all their cool time signatures. Like it's a really cool thing. Yeah, I'm glad that like they do such cool work. With that said, we have finished this album, and wow, I didn't know exactly what I was getting into, but like if I ever discounted King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard in my head before, I should not do that. Like I don't think I really have, because I just didn't really know that much about them. But like they're not just a rock group. Like they did something really cool. Like it's very impressive to make an album that really does flow neatly. I think like a couple of years back I was really thinking like, oh, wouldn't it be amazing if like there was an album that like just flowed like every song from one to the next. And I've actually gotten multiple of those. Like I actually recently did the Oil of Every Pearl's Uninside's Nonstop remix album from Sophie. Like so like it's not something that's like, oh, only one like artist has ever done it. But I think King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard really do a lot here and like make it like the point of the album, especially as an album that's not like supposed to be for like dance remixes. It's not to go out into the club. Like this is to rock out. And also just like the lore is just so much deeper than I think some of those dance remix albums. Not that the dance remix albums are bad, but they're definitely more focused on the production and like the cool sonic choices they can do rather than lyrics. Whereas like the lyrics here, while often indecipherable, like for me on my listening, like they have like a lot of lore behind them. And also this lore connects to this non-stopness. And I think that's just really cool. Like I think the way you tie this musical style to like your lyrics and just however you want to go about it. Like there's a song about wasps and crocodiles. Like what? Like the only animal songs I know of are Fireflies from Owl City. So like I'm impressed like that you can make the song still deeply relevant like to your overall concept of the album. Like it's impressive. Yeah, I'm impressed. Like, do I know how much I'm going to listen to this project? Absolutely not. I just don't know right now. But like, I think it's a really cool concept, and I give mad props for that. And I'm very excited to listen to this project again and see how I feel, especially in headphones, because all that rock is just gonna be just incredible in headphones. It's gonna be so cathartic. I'm so excited to hear it and, you know, feel it. I do really appreciate this introduction into a more like rock heavy album. I don't think I've really gotten into really any like full on rock albums that weren't like, you know, pop adjacent or like more just alternative or indie rock or like something that like was a qualification. I think this is just straight up rock. I don't know. I'm not like that deep into this genre, obviously, but like, yeah, it was cool also exploring this from like a genre point of view and just seeing like how creative, again, like this band is. With that said, here are some of my favorites. So the top tier are the ones that stand out, the ones I'm going to be playing over and over. Songs in the middle are songs I like. I'll add them to my playlist, but it might not be the top of the top. And songs at the bottom are just not really my thing. Doesn't mean they're a bad song. Doesn't mean they can't be your favorite song. Just means maybe it's not for me. And that's okay. King Gizzard, the Lizard Wizard, certainly does not create music specifically for me. And also, some of these songs might sound a little similar. So, like, I don't know how that's going to play out here. If you like this video, please like it, please comment down below what you'd like me to react or listen to next. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already and you'd like to be. And thanks for watching. This is TurtleStormer. Catch you later.
It's storming turtles from out of the sky. Turtles,
don't need to know why. Smile big, open your eyes. It's storming turtles, it's storming turtles. From out of the sky, turtles, don't need to know why. Smile big, open